and tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the weakness turns tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Hey everybody, good evening. Good evening, my folks. How are you guys doing? Hi, hello, I'm back, y'all. I'm back home. Lord have mercy. You know how it is, y'all. Once you get past a certain age, you need your nap. You need your nap. And today I needed a long nap. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. Got on 2 trains. No, more than 2 trains. 3 trains, an air tran, and a plane. And then a car ride. 2 car rides, 3 trains, and a plane. I got home. I met my bed. So I am not going to apologize for me being over 5'5", because let me tell you something. One day, you know what I mean. You'll understand, okay? You'll understand. But good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day, good something to everybody in the chat. And welcome to all my new subscribers. I woke up, I saw a whole bunch of new subscribers in the channel. Shout out to my new subscribers, and shout out to the witness. Let me get the right name. That surprise witness, BJ. Shout out to her, because y'all, let me tell you, before I went and took my nap, I got a whiff that there was some of my fans was over there trying to discredit me, trying to damage my name out there, right? And I tell you, she was not having it. Shout out to BJ of the surprise witness. Shout out to her. Shout out to her and her subscribers and her people who are here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, welcome into this place. Welcome into this sanctuary. Let me stop. Okay. So to all those who are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sylvia also known as Infamous Sylvia. Don't ask me about the name. It's a long story. But welcome to you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. Oh, look at this. Look at Christine. Hey, Christine. Welcome, 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 welcome. But anyway, go those that do not know me, I was given the name of a trial vlogger by Chicago Tribune. I started doing trial vlogging since 2019. Started my actual channel in 2020. I started out in the federal federal system trial. And let me tell you something. This is my baby. This is where I've originally started in the federal. So being at Diddy's federal trial is nothing new for me. I know how to sit in there. I know how to take notes. I know how to bring back to you guys information that that's not being brought out in the court because there's no cameras allowed inside the court system. So I'm kind of quirky. I am not the average blogger, trial vlogger, whatever. I have a personality, and I am the type of person that I never meet a stranger, so people gravitate to me. I believe I have a great personality too, right? And I have a lot of haters, y'all. A lot of haters. You know why? Because I don't listen. I do my own thing, and people think, hey, you're too old for that. But hey, life is short, and I'm going to enjoy my life, okay? So welcome to all my new folks. I am so glad you guys are here. I appreciate you, and shout out to BJ. BJ, man, she had me cracking up, y'all. She had me cracking up because they were inside her chat, just like a little gang of them, trying to telling her about me praying for Nesto and Shirley. I was like, Lord, have mercy. Thank God for fans. But anyway, a lot of people was texting me about me knowing Mr. Steele and Diddy's new attorney, Nicole Westmoreland. Yes, y'all. Yes, I know them. I know them because I spent over 2.5 years in that courtroom of Fulton County. I was there when nobody else was there. I was sitting in that courtroom when we used to sit. First, we started off in the courtroom, and then because the guys was inside the little, the Zoom thing, and then when they came inside the courtroom, they shipped us upstairs, and I was sitting up there with the family. So I got to meet a lot. I was the only outsider that sat in the courtroom every single day with the family. So they were trying to figure out who the heck was I. Was I part of the state? Was I part of this? Was I part of that? And then eventually one day, Jeffrey William, aka Young Thug's dad, approached me. I was getting off the elevator. He asked me who was I, and I told him who I was, and the rest is history. The rest is history. That's how I end up meeting all the attorney. At one point, I was the only person inside the media room as well, because they had moved us to the media room, and I would be sitting in there. And when the attorneys would have lunch, they would ask, can they share our media room? I was the only one in there, so they were like, can we share the room with you? And that is how I end up meeting all the attorneys. I developed a rapport with them. I developed a relationship, and I became pretty close to them. So that's why you guys see me when Mr. Steele came out, he addressed me and things like that, because I've been following them. They are a great individual, a great bunch of people. I have so much respect for them and their work, and I got to know a lot about them. I know, I know almost everything about Mr. Steele as far as the, his habits. He has he's very disciplined. Mr. Steele is very disciplined. He brushes his teeth 3 or 4 times a day. The stuff like that I know, okay? I'm telling you. And he always eat fruit. He jogs every single day. That man is so freaking disciplined. Now, if y'all want to know more stuff, I'll tell you later on. But anyway, I just want to welcome every single one of you guys. Some of you guys might like me, and some of you guys might think I'm a little bit too much. But I'm only going to be who I am, which is Sylvia, okay? I'm an open book. I'm very transparent, and I tell you everything. Sometimes my folks in here would tell me, shut up. And here is my bonus son. That's my bonus son. This is Trevor. He lives in Uganda, but right now he's in South Sudan. That is my real bonus son, my soon-to-be ex-husband's child, but I'm going to keep him even though my ex is not going to be with me. I'm still keeping Trevor. Trevor's my baby. So, but that's Trevor, yeah. That's family. Real family, okay? What else? What else do you want to know? Well, I can go ahead and get started with our live this evening. See, I'm so mixed up. I have some stash for you guys. I have some things that no one else has that during the time of the YSL, my trial coverage of the YSL, I was privy to have my own camera inside of the courtroom until the haters well, I did do some stuff too. Now I'm not going to act like it's just the haters, but the haters caught me slipping and they told the judge on me. I got in trouble a couple of times. Y'all gonna hear about that, right? But anyway, I have some stuff that I want to share with you guys to get you to understand and know the new people that is on Diddy's team, the attorneys from Georgia, Mr. Steel and Miss Westmoreland. And I know just recently there's some stuff been put out in regard with Attorney Westmoreland. That is old news. That is old news. I don't know why the TMZ is bringing it out now, but that's old news. You know how it is. They don't understand something. But look at this. They're the one who came out and said that this guy was Steele. Hold on, let me show you guys. They came out and said that this guy here was Steele. So what do you think? You think they know something? Do you think they know something? Look, it says Diddy's lawyer arrives at the courthouse in free puff hoodie. Now come on, y'all. Look at it. Look at it. Now they know that is not. First of all, the guy's the wrong color, right? And look what he got on. He trying to. That is. Well, I did get a chance to meet this young man, and this young man told me. Remember I told you I never met a stranger, right? This young man told me that he was Diddy's cousin. I don't know if he is his cousin, but that's what he was told me. He was his cousin. And I knew he knows something. He knows something about because the marshal let him in. The marshal let him in. So he's something. He's something. I don't know if he's his family, but allegedly he told me he's Diddy's cousin. That's what he told me. So I know he knows him some kind of way because I don't think the marshal would let him in the way they let him in. He didn't have to stay online like us and go through the whole checkpoint. Well, he did go to checkpoint, but he got the VIP line and went on in there. All right. But you see how much they know. They say Attorney Steele. How is that Attorney Steele, y'all? Come on. All right. Hey, Alicia. Lisa. I was just reading your message. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna share some of my stash. Shout out to CMT. CMT is my girl, y'all. She'd be having me ready, and if it wasn't for her, I'd be still sleeping right now. I would still be knocked out. But okay, let me go ahead and Miss Westmoreland, her client was Yak Gotti. You guys remember Yak. Yak Gotti is the one that just recently got out with Miss Westmoreland, Mr. Gardner, which I had an interview with Mr. Gardner, was the other attorney, and Miss Westmoreland, Bruce Harvey. Bruce Harvey was the lead attorney on Mr. Yak Gotti's team. So it was the three of them. It was Gardner, Westmoreland, and Harvey. Those were the attorneys. But let me show you my little clips of when I was at the release of Mr. Yak Gotti, aka Kendrick. Hold on a second.
5 lessons to be learned after the historic YSL trial and the release of one of the men acquitted. Rapper Yak Gotti walked out of the Fulton County Jail this week after entering a guilty plea on charges picked up while in.
Did y'all see me? Hold on. Did y'all see me right here? Hold on. You know I got to show myself over here. Look at me. See me right there? I'm gonna show off, okay? But that's me right there when he was let out. I stayed out there for hours to wait for him to come out. That's his mom right there.
He walked out of the Fulton County Jail this week after entering a guilty plea on charges picked up while incarcerated. Atlanta News First Yasmina Alston is live there now. And Yasmina, you spoke with the rapper's attorney about what comes next.
That's right, and Yak Gotti now has to serve 2 years on probation, but his attorneys say there is a lesson to be learned because he should have never been put through this situation.
He exercised his right to go to trial. He protested his innocence, and the jury acquitted him after 2 years of trial. So it was frustrating legally, emotionally, and as a human being.
After spending nearly 3 years in this jail, Yak Gotti is at home. The Atlanta rapper, whose real name is Diamante Kendrick, walked out of the Fulton County Jail after entering a guilty plea on Wednesday morning.
I want to clarify. They were not Yak Gotti's original attorneys during YSL. Mr. Weinstein was his original attorney. They became his attorney once he got those new free world charges during his stay at Fulton County. Okay, I just want to make the clarification of that. Okay.
Morning.
That in resolving Mr. Kendrick's multitude of cases that were outstanding yesterday, the district attorney's office worked hard with us to get to that resolution.
We sat down with attorneys Bruce Harvey and Nicole Westmoreland, who are pleased their client is out, but also frustrated with the fact he remained in jail even after being acquitted of major charges, including racketeering and murder in the historic YSL trial. Kendrick had been fighting a probation matter, plus contraband and aggravated assault charges he picked up while incarcerated during the trial.
And the only thing he ends up being charged and convicted of are those charges directly related to his incarceration. That's the height of irony.
Both lawyers say there are lessons to be learned for everyone, like the importance of public trials.
You know, a lot of us know that several cases end up pleading out, but you do have that right to go to trial. And Kendrick used his right and was acquitted. So sometimes the justice system will work, you know, in reference to that.
But they say the criminal justice system isn't fair, and Harvey says Kendrick's case is an example.
It just reinforces that commitment to these very type of people who go to trial, who get acquitted, who shouldn't have been caged to start with.
And like other YSL defendants, Kendrick will have to stay away from promoting any gang activity. Live at the Fulton County Jail, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.
All right, that was a little clipping of when Yak Gotti got out. And Tyler's in the chat saying, that's her nephew. Yes, Tyler was there too. But also, I wanted to share some stuff with you guys. Hold on a second. If you guys remember, let's see. Let me share some of my little videos that I had from this is from my own personal stash, y'all. You will not see this anywhere else. This is from my own stash of videos during the YSL trial. So here is this. Oh, y'all, this is where I got in trouble. If y'all notice, there's no judge up there, right? And my camera is on. That's why I got in trouble. But here we go.
Go slow and slow. She dances and shines.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I made a song about the prosecutor love, and that's the song that's playing right now. And I don't think they appreciate me making that song. Y'all gotta listen to the words of that song.
Shadows a twist and twirl. Heartbreaks a stage all across the world. Whispers of promises that never keep. In the dark corners where broken dreams sleep. Oh, love. mean. You think the sky's blue, but you'll never see. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hopes and walls. Her laughter mocks tears, trails in the dust. Costumes of passion she wears in lust. Her echoes a ghost haunting midnight air. Soft-spoken nothings that leave life bare. Love likes to lie with deceitful grace. She puts on a mask, a pretty face. But underneath the charm, her heart is cold. Stories of sorrow never truly told. Oh, love, why you gotta be so mean? You paint the skies blue, but you're never seen. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hope's thin wall. Oh, love, why you gotta be so mean? You paint the skies blue, but you'll never see. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hope's thin walls. Okay. 1, 2. Love likes to lie, there's no truth inside. Chats call her out, but she always hides. She's loud, never listens to reason. Oh, her feet big, her ankles swollen slow. She dances in shadows, a twist and twirl. Heart breaks her stage all across the world. Whispers of promises that never keep. In the dark corners where broken dreams sleep. Oh, love, why you gotta be so mean? You paint the skies blue, but you'll never see. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hope's thin wall. Oh, love, why you gotta be so mean? You paint the skies blue, but you'll never see. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hope's thin wall. Her laughter mocks tears, trails in the dust. Costumes of passion she wears in lust. Her echoes a ghost haunting midnight air. Soft-spoken nothings that leave life bare. Love likes to lie with deceitful grace. She puts on a mask, a pretty face. But underneath the charm, her heart is cold. Stories of sorrow never truly told. Oh, love, why you gotta be so mean? You paint the skies blue, but you'll never see. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hope's thin wall. Oh, love, why you gotta be so mean? You paint the skies blue, but you'll never see. You take us higher than you let us fall. With big feet stepping on hope's thin walls.
All right. Well, somebody's complaining about my music. Okay. All right, let me forward this one. Hold on. I was showing you guys the interaction between the this is what. All right, let's go. All right, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Lisa, you had the wrong chat. I was trying to figure out what's going on. Lisa was going in on somebody. All right, let me go ahead and bring this up too. All right, this is another thing during the trial that we held.
They're not in any particular order, but I've tried to put them in order that I think makes sense. And the first motion that I am going to deal with is the motion filed by the state, essentially for a gag order on the defense. And with regard to all of these motions, I've read the motions, I've read the responses. If a response was filed, I have read.
Wait, who you saw back there was Mr. Gardner, Mr. Harvey, that was sitting back there that was smiling? Okay.
Any replies that got filed. So we don't need to take up court time rehashing what's in the motions. They're all well pled. If you have something that you want to add that was not in your written submissions, I'll listen to that. But with regard to the state's motion, which they didn't title for a gag order, but what it essentially is there anything further from the state that you would like the court to consider?
Adrian Love, Your Honor. For the state, Judge, we will rest on the authority that we have presented to the court and point out to the court that since the time of this filing, other instances similar in nature to the ones that we pointed out to the court have occurred, and we would just simply ask the court to afford the relief requested in the state's motion.
All right, thank you. And anybody from the defense who needs to add anything to what's been filed in writing?
Good morning, Your Honor. Doug Weinstein for Diamante Kendrick. We will stand on our response. The only other thing I'd like to add is to point the court to the case of WXIA TV v. State 303 Georgia 428, which discusses the presumptive unconstitutionality and issues with gag orders as prior restraint. That case is with respect to the news media, but there is some analogous language in that, and I'd just like to point the court to that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, with regard to this motion, you know, I know that there were some things in it that suggested that certain of the defense lawyers might be running afoul of bar rules, and if they choose to take action that might put them in that kind of a situation, that's kind of up to them. And if there is a complaint filed, then they will have to deal with it. But I think that in regard to the propriety of doing that in this case at this time, I'm going to deny the state's motion. Obviously, if facts change and the state or the defense at any future time believes that it would be appropriate to consider this issue again, please raise it again. But at this point in time, we are going to move forward without instituting any kind of a restrictive order for speaking with the press in the case. With regard to the media, I'm just going to remind any of the media actors that are recording this case that the Rule 22s, they're in effect in Rule 22 period, only permits recording when the judge is on the bench, not during any recesses and not during any bench.
This is when I got in trouble, y'all. And I just wanted to show you guys when I got in trouble. Hold on.
Conferences. So let's make sure that we abide by that from here on out. I was having to reference some prior live stream that was in some of the motions that were filed and some of the responses, and noticed that there were definitely times, at least in what I was seeing, that proceedings were being recorded when court was not in session, and Rule 22 does not allow that. So let's make sure that we stay within the bounds of Rule 22. All right. So the next motion that I would like for us to consider is Mr. Williams' motion, and I'm just calling him by who filed it. I know that everybody has joined in on everybody else's motions, but to essentially revisit Judge Krause's factual findings in her recusal order. Mr. Steele, is there anything you want to add to what's in the written filing?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Your Honor, may I just step back for 1 second? Good morning, Madam Court Reporter. I am Brian, B-R-I-A-N Steele, S-T-E-E-L, and along with the Honorable Keith Adams, represent Mr. Williams. Your Honor, what the Honorable Judge Krause found in her result, we don't take offense to, or we agree with, actually, but when she made some comments which were that this ex parte meeting might have been, I'm not looking at her order, might have been okay if it was done in open court. I strongly, and Mr. Adams, Honorable Mr. Adams, strongly disagree with. And the reasons are in the joint affidavit of Mr. Adams and myself, dated July 8th, 2024. And what happened here is you have a witness, Mr. Copeland. He was sworn on June 7th of 2024, and he invoked a privilege. To my understanding, Your Honor, he did not have a privilege to invoke. The state, and we didn't have notice of it at the time, but the state ordered, or maybe we did have notice. I didn't have the motion, but I had the order, I believe. The state asked the Honorable recused court for an use immunity. So nothing that Mr. Copeland can use could be then turned around and prosecuted. So the way I understand the law is that protected anything that Mr. Copeland said was like an umbrella over him, so that anybody, federal courts, they could not use this testimony, but he could still be prosecuted. Somehow, according to the transcript, which is the ex parte hearing transcript, June 10th, 2024, there's the recused judge, Ms. Love, Ms. Bumpkus, B-U-M-P-U-S.
All right, and let me interrupt you for just a second. I've read the entirety of that ex parte transcript, so I'm familiar with what happened in that.
So my position is nothing there was good. Everything was wrong. And I believe, as stated in the affidavit and the motion, that there was intimidation put upon the witness. To change his statement, he made it very clear, send me back to the DeKalb County Jail. I'm not testifying. I have a case for the court. And based upon what you just said, if I could just get that case,
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right, while Mr. Steele's looking for that particular case, just a heads up to everybody else that's going to be arguing case law. If they want to present a case, try to go ahead now and be getting that at your fingertips, okay? Is this a case that's not cited in your?
Yes.
Okay.
May I approach?
Thank you. Thanks.
Your Honor, I just provide to this honorable court and prosecution in one copy to the Honorable Douglas Weinstein of Archer, ARCHER versus Maryland. It is 859A, as in Elisa 2D 210 2004 case. And starting on page 6 of 22, Your Honor, of the copy I've given the parties, on the right-hand side, right in the center, the Maryland court explains that here Bailey had been convicted, sentenced, and the time for filing an application for leave to appeal his guilty plea had expired. Thus, he had no Fifth Amendment privilege to refuse to testify. Contempt proceedings were therefore an appropriate response to Bailey's refusal to testify. So it's the same situation, except he pled guilty. Mr. Copeland was never charged. He's called an unindicted co-conspirator. It's announced by the state. On page 10 of 22, the appellate court in our sister state goes through what happened with the judge. Now, this is not ex parte. This is in open court. So this gets to what you asked about Judge Krause's findings. And what the judge said on page 10 of 22 on the left-hand side in the center, first full paragraph, we find that the trial judge's efforts to persuade the witness to testify went too far. If Bailey persisted in his refusal to testify, Judge Previs, Prevas, had the option of either initiating direct contempt proceedings or constructive contempt proceedings. The authority to initiate contempt proceedings, however, is not a license to intimidate a witness into testifying. The purpose of the contempt power is to provide a means for a judge to uphold the dignity and integrity of the judicial process. And then skipping down to the next paragraph, similarly,
Can I interrupt you, and let's not skip down, because I think that part we're skipping is maybe important too, because it talks about the specifics of what that judge did in this case. So what is that?
Okay, well, he did a lot of things, but what the court is referring to, under the circumstances of this case, the phone call to another judge in the presence of the witness, the threat of life imprisonment as a sanction for contempt, and the suggestion that the other judge will give Bailey the longest possible penalty for contempt detracted from the dignity and integrity of the judicial process rather than uphold it. Similarly, it was unnecessary and excessive to instruct Bailey on how he could testify in the Archer case. Mr. Archer was one on trial. Bailey was represented by counsel who could have advised him concerning the various testimonial options if that was deemed necessary under the circumstances. Even if Bailey was unrepresented, it was not in the province of the court to suggest to the witness how he could testify to avoid a contempt sanction, or how to allay his fears of testifying. In either case, it was not the function of the trial judge to suggest to the witness that he could testify favorably to the defendant, Archer. Specifically, Judge Purvis advised Bailey that he could testify favorably to the defendant, and there is nothing that anybody can do to punish him for that. That admonition was incorrect because Bailey could be prosecuted for perjury. So it goes on. I mean, there's great language. And the reason I use that, I understand it's not binding precedent, is it's hard to find a case like ours, but I searched and I found this. And what happened here, as the court is aware, just to highlight, because I heard what you said, the witness said, can I have 2 weeks to go home on house arrest instead of in the county jail? His child was having a birthday. That was a big deal to him. And then I'll make a decision whether to testify or not. I want to think about it. That answer should be from the court, because the court can do anything in contempt. It can give a fine. It can give weekends. It can give house arrest. It could do nothing. It could say you satisfy your contempt. That answer to that question was done by Ms. Hilton in front of the judge. Ms. Hilton said, no, you cannot. You have to go to jail. I find that offensive. This is my words. And that's why I'm disagreeing with Judge Krause. Number two, Mr. Copeland said in that meeting, everything I said was a lie. I've never told the truth in my life until this statement right now. That is like bullseye of Brady. It was hidden from us. It came out later, but it was attempted to be hidden.
All right, so that's in the context of another motion of yours, right? So let's focus on this motion for now.
My point is, nothing was done appropriate. I mean, and I don't want to get into, and the state actually filed a motion later saying the Honorable Judge Krause already ruled on this. I didn't know that they would do that, but I already said, I'm not accepting those factual findings, respectfully, because they're wrong, A, and B, they weren't even needed for the finding. Another issue that came up is Mr. Copeland was told how to testify. I don't know how this happened because I don't have the questions, but Judge Glanville told the state in front of Mr. Copeland and his lawyer, didn't you give Mr. Copeland the state's questions that they're going to ask him? I don't have those questions. The judge said to Mr. Copeland, remember what Miss Love told you. Unless you tell a big whopper of a lie, these are not quotes, you're not going to get in trouble. That's not in the transcript. So something happened outside the transcript. Those are just a few issues. There are more. They're all in our affidavit. But those are a few issues that when Judge Krause said everything that was done, if it was done in open court, was appropriate, everything that was done is intimidating a witness. And it changes the complexity of the case. Because
folks are coming in trying to figure out, what is Sylvia doing? What is Sylvia doing? Well, for those who don't know anything about Mr. Steele, because Mr. Steele is one of Sean P. Diddy Combs' newest attorneys. He signed on April 11th, 2025, as one of the add-on attorney, him and Miss Westmoreland as of today, and also Mr. Xavier Donaldson. The two attorneys that I am very much familiar with is Miss Westmoreland and Mr. Steele. And what I'm doing is right now giving you guys a little bit like history of how Mr. Steele performed in court. So this is just a little guideline for those who don't know anything about Mr. Steele. That is what I'm doing. I'm like a teacher giving you some flashback, some history of Mr. Steele, okay?
Is what you will find out is Kenneth Copeland, these are my words, made misstatements to law enforcement. He made 6 statements. They're all audio, video recorded, except for 2. They track over 16 hours. The judge told him, and Miss Hilton told him, and Mr. Copeland said, you previously told me, meaning Miss Hilton, I could just say I don't remember, I don't recall. And the judge said, yeah, you won't get in trouble for that. Well, what that does is, under Georgia law, is that triggers a prior inconsistent statement, which is all that the state wants him. Mr. Copeland is just here for his prior consistent or inconsistent statements. And that's what happened in the Archer case. That's why they're saying, the judge said to Mr. Bailey, you can even testify for Mr. Archer. You won't get in trouble because, and it explains in the Maryland case, because that would trigger and open the door to prior statements, which is all the state wanted. So to me, as found by the Maryland court, this is intimidation. There was nothing appropriate. And the Honorable Judge Krause, I'm confident, did not have this case. but I respectfully disagree, and that's why I wrote that motion.
All right. Anybody else? And I know that there is another, or there are a couple more motions for mistrial based on the ex parte that talk about coercion and things like that. And I'd rather take those up in the context of those motions. So if that's what you want to argue, hold off. Otherwise, come on up.
Your Honor, good morning. Max Shard on behalf of Shannon Stillwell. Of course, under the Harvey rule, I have joined Mr. Steele in his motion. I would like to, I guess I disagree with Mr. Steele in one small aspect. He is seeking to challenge the findings of Judge Krause, the factual findings is the way he's articulated it. And I too have concerns about the order in it.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to keep going. I just, some of us who's been with the YSL so long that we get so caught up in the history of that trial. It was the longest trial I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. Okay, all right, let me see what else other stash do I have for you guys. Let's see. Oh, okay. My recent one of them coming out of court. Let me show you that. You guys didn't get a chance to watch the live. Ready? All right, here we go. This is me telling these other people who they're, let me tell you something. Just because these people out here are journalists, that don't mean that they know everything, because they had not spent the time with the people like I did. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead on and show you. I had to show them, hey, look at Miss Attorney Westmoreland and all this kind of stuff, and they didn't even know. I showed you who they thought was Steele, right? Okay. Hey, Miss Nicole. Mr. Steele. Look. I'm good. I was going to follow you all the way here. How are you?
Good to see you.
That's when he hugged me, y'all. He came over and hugged me, okay? And so did Miss Westmoreland.
When you said New York, I knew it. All right. How's it going? How's everything going on your side?
Because Mr. Steele, y'all see that?
Mr. Steele. Diddy's lawyer, right?
Yeah, Diddy's lawyer. He was your YSL, Young Thug.
Oh, yeah, he does look familiar.
Yeah.
So that is Mr. Steele,
Yeah.
Diddy's lawyer, other lawyer. It's like another lawyer. And he was on a YSL case.
See you later, Nicole.
So,
you got me right when this is in.
how you doing? How you doing?
I got here yesterday, but I'm leaving tomorrow, but I'm coming back next. Okay. If you guys want to see the whole little clipping, I was out there for hours. I was out there, rain, sleet. Let me show my face. Rain, sleet. Y'all, it was cold out there. It was rain. That's why I had to come home and lay down and sleep, because then I got on the plane with all the German people and all that. So I want to make sure I was well rested, because when you're out there in that environment, you got to make sure you're rested. That's how you keep from getting ill. You know what I mean? So Adam is not there. He has a whole bunch of cases here. I'm supposed to be he had some cases that I was supposed to be following, but because I decided to do the New York thing, I won't be able to do that. But there's a couple of cases I'm supposed to I have quite a few people lined up for interviews. I just have not gotten to them yet, because I'll be in New York for 8 weeks. I'm going back to New York on Sunday, and I'll be there for the whole 8 weeks of the trial. I'll be there from from the starter of the opening argument, and I'll be there for the whole thing. I'll be there for the whole thing. So guys, make sure you follow me and let me know what you guys want me to focus on. Let me you said gag order is on all Diddy's attorney. Yeah, but they're not talking about the case. Gag order means that they do not talk about the case. I mean, when did you didn't see me ask Mr. Steele anything about no case. All I say, hey, Mr. Steele, how you doing? He could speak. He could say hello to somebody. You know, I didn't ask anything about the case. That's not the type of person, because I already know the type of attorney Mr. Steele is. He is not going to do any interview on anything that he is doing until the case is over. If you guys notice that let me show you this. I do have an interview that I did of him when a case was over. He did the Jackie Johnson case, and I did that interview with him. Hold on a second. Let's see if I got that one for you. Hold on. Let me get that one for you. He will not talk about any case that he is doing. Here's one of my interviews that I did with him after the Jackie Johnson's case. This is me.
Painted as a person who supported racism. It's just totally false. Imagine any of us walking around on your shoulders with a lie, and you protected people who murdered a young man for no reason. I can't even imagine.
Can you, as best as you're able, can you kind of walk me through the, like it became very like stark and apparent to everybody in the courtroom when, Assistant Chief Oliver is on the stand and saying that she was never directed, directly countering what was in the indictment. Like, how does an indictment get drafted when, like, is there an element that somebody's not telling the truth? Like, how does an indictment like that get drafted in your opinion? And, what does that say about, the case overall?
I think you should ask that question to the gentleman who's now running for the governor of the state of Georgia, who's your current attorney general. That's a great question.
In your opinion, do you think this was a political move on his part?
You should ask the Attorney General of the great state of Georgia that question. I can't read other people's minds.
Based on what you saw in this courtroom, should this case have ever been over? You all filed a motion earlier saying there was nothing to it without be dismissed.
I'll leave that up to you. Is this really what we're doing? There's a body on the ground, Satilla Shores, bleeding out. This is what it's come to. You gotta be kidding. This is a total abuse of our criminal justice system. I've been involved in the past 2-3 years in back-to-back trials that has prosecutors corrupted, wrongly, and hatefully taking innocent people, putting them under indictment and trial. Something's got to change. No one's going to trust our system of courts. And to call it justice is outrageous. Jackie Johnson, Jeffrey Williams, countless others who are in prison right now, or who have died in prison, on false allegations, innocent people. We got to change this whole system. And the jurors and the media are the reason that we will one day have justice.
What would you say to somebody who said, well, ultimately this was dismissed because of the technicality? Not a decision on whether Jackie Johnson did anything.
I would tell that person to go speak with the jurors. I would tell those people to go speak with every one of you who watched every bit of this trial. I would tell those people to go talk with the witnesses. I would ask them to go talk to Attorney General Carr. And when Brian Steele is asking Sergeant Oliver, here is the indictment, explain to the jury how Jackie Johnson hindered or obstructed you from arresting Travis McMichael, and there's an objection made by Attorney General Carr's office. That is a technicality.
I'm talking about the demurrer specifically.
It's called the law. Jackie Johnson was indicted for no crime. That's what a demurrer is. It's not technicality. It's like saying Brian Steele is wearing a red tie today. Okay, I'm under indictment. Is that a technicality, or is that outrageous conduct by the person who signed that indictment?
Is the deal? I don't want to drill down too deep, but
you can drill down as deep as you want. It's going to come up.
I understand the argument on the demurrer. Because the judge didn't really tell his reasoning on the bench. There was the argument about the year, right? That she was indicted for her 2010 oath, which was voided because she took 2 more after that, right? And then I believe, you're correct, there was an argument that this had to do with that it cited the Crime Victims' Bill of Rights, which didn't deal with anything that Jackie did or didn't do about Am I missing something? That's
yes, you're missing everything. Read the indictment. It's there. Jackie was indicted for non-crimes.
She did admit to those crimes and not.
She was indicted like I'm wearing a red tie. It was first that she took an oath. The oath was wrong, but regardless, throw that away. She took an oath to follow the Constitution and the law. The second part is that she did not show dignity and honor. I mean, just please get those words right from the indictment. To Ahmaud Arbery's family. In what way? In what way did she do that? You heard all the evidence. The case was ended. What way did she do that? By meeting with Mr. Arbery in March, by telling him, I'm so sorry that your son was taken from us, by being under a lie from the police, just like Miss Wanda Cooper-Jones was, that Ahmaud Arbery was a burglar and he was murdered or killed, justifiably. And then by calling the Attorney General and alerting them that Mr. Barnhill will take the case without telling them that he already worked the case. And you're asking me, that's a technicality? Dude, all that's legal. You heard from Pete Scandalakis. He is the director of the prosecutor's attorney council. I mean, I don't know if you know who that is. That man can walk in a room and the governor would stand up and come to him and say, how are you, sir? You heard from David McLaughlin. He was in that position of conflict for 23 years. You heard from a Superior Court judge in this circuit who was the district attorney. They all said, I went through every bit of it. You were about to hear from the director at the time of the GBI, Vic Reynolds. He's now a Superior Court judge. He was going to tell you that there's absolutely no crime alleged here. He was also going to tell you that he called Chris Carr and told Chris Carr, after this indictment came out, that my agents have said that there's no crime here by Jackie Johnson. Why don't you ask Chris Carr why he brought the case? So I'm not hostile to you at all. I'm answering your question. You're asking, is this a technicality? And I'm asking you, how did this get indicted?
That's what I was going to ask you. Stephanie Oliver said on the stand that, she never talked to Jackie Johnson and that she told the grand jury as much. Why does that case get indicted with the explicit language in the indictment that Jackie Johnson hindered Stephanie Oliver and Stephon Lowry, instructing them not to arrest Travis McMichael?
Please ask the Attorney General Carr that question. And why didn't they call Stephon Lowry? I spoke with him. He said the same thing. I have no idea why my name is in there. That did not happen.
Well, I presume you read the grand jury transcripts as it sounded like you did in the proceedings. I mean, how did that I mean, none of us have read it. It's been a pending court case until now. How did they reach that conclusion from your reading of that?
You should read it. File an over case now. Read it. It's recorded too. FBI recorded these witnesses. GBI recorded these witnesses. Grand jury testimony of these witnesses. It's outrageous. And don't you understand what happened here?
Do you believe that this was political motivation? Prosecution.
I would ask you to ask Attorney Carr that question.
I want to know if you think
it doesn't matter what.
Do you think the witnesses called by the prosecution were more helpful to your client in that case?
Every single one of those witnesses cleared Jackie Johnson. Think about it. She went to trial. Think about that. And I was accused of delaying the case. Could you imagine? I was the first one wanting to try the case. It was my schedule. So where did that come from? Where did it come from that I didn't want Jackie Johnson? Like, look at us like that Jackie didn't want Jackie's case. Who made that up? I never said that. I said it every time. We'll be ready for trial. I was on trial. So how does she get death threats? Imagine walking in her shoes. And the bottom line of this is Ahmaud Arbery and his legacy, his memory should never be forgotten. We can't be doing this, but it can't be piggybacked on a lie. That is wrong.
I saw that after the case was dismissed, you walked over to Miss Wanda and you said something to her. What did you tell her?
She could tell you, but she's a very nice person. Her family, I wouldn't want to abuse her. God forbid it happened. But this does not help. People should be honest with each other.
Yeah. She said that she still believes that Jackie Johnson, she felt there was evidence there that she helped cover up her son's death. I don't know if you want to say anything to that.
She's been lied to for so many years. But if there's that evidence, I've never seen any.
If this had gone to the jury,
she asked the jury, but they were going to acquit. Nobody. People are reason. Jurors are great. Jurors are great. They don't have agendas. Jurors want to do the right thing. But no way. No way this case was going to be anything but acquitted.
I've seen a case where you were so certain it was going on.
Yes, I just finished the case.
Yeah. First one.
It was going the wrong way. But in that case, my client's like, you know, I got lying prosecutors, I got a judge meeting with witness without you knowing about it. All your motions are being denied even though you're telling me they're good. I got a new judge who's great. However, she's allowing these prosecutors to continue. I don't trust the system. You can get me out of here. I got a lot more things I can do than sit in this jail for another 90 days while I watch you work for an acquittal. So yes, I've seen it before.
We heard from Barnhill, we saw, brief clips of the way the police handled the investigation into Ahmaud Arbery's murder, letting Travis and Michael go home, cleaning the blood off him, that sort of thing. Do you think that is indicative of a broader systemic issue within our justice system, especially here in Glynn County?
I can't talk to you, especially here in Glynn County. I can say this though, almost immediately. You saw a clip, I don't know if you could hear it while in the courtroom, but Ahmaud Arbery's body is still on the scene. Mm-hmm. And the father of Travis McMichael is asking, are you going to cuff my son? And the officer walks up and says, why would you do that? Mm-hmm. So, I'll leave it with you.
Yeah, basically just going off of that, I mean, take you back to 2020, I feel like there was a real sense when 74 days passed and there was no arrest that the systems weren't working, like you said about Glynn County Police, and people felt like, and then the grand jury, via the AG's office, prosecutors felt like, Jackie Johnson was a part of that. Do you feel like that? I just want to get your sense and your client's sense of, the greater sense of like Glynn County corruption issues when it comes to law enforcement, and have those been addressed? Have those been solved? Is this a distraction? Just talk to me a little bit about.
I can't answer what's happening in Glynn County. I can tell you this. Jackie Johnson did not contribute to any type of delay whatsoever. She accused her office. She was done. Mr. Carr himself at his appointments. I'm not blaming him. That's how the system works. But to put it on an innocent woman, it's outrageous. It's unthinkable. I don't know how he sleeps at night.
Why didn't they indict the police officers and the law enforcement?
I know you spoke about I was a little behind getting to how was Jackie doing?
She's sad for the Aubrey family. She's sad for the loss of life of Ahmaud Aubrey. This is terrible. To sit in this courtroom and be lied about, hey, we're going to get more justice, whatever. I don't think they can get justice. They just want their child back. And put it on Jackie Johnson. I think this is outrageous to do this. But she has nothing but empathy.
So what's next for Jackie?
She can do anything she wants to do. I don't know what she is going to do. That's a great person. And now she has, unfortunately, but she has in her so much awareness of life, how precious it is, how easily it can be ripped from you, how easy it is for people to lie about others, social media.
Yes.
To just formulate opinions based upon zero facts. So I think that she'd be powerful at anything she wants to do.
Why do you
She should
think
be running for
why do you think most of the blame got shifted to her when it seems like a lot of the officers on the scene had fault as well as Barnhill?
Please ask Attorney Cohen. I can't answer this question. And this is wrong, so wrong. You're putting logic to why did it fall upon you. I can't answer.
Do you think it's unethical on the part of the AG's office to bring a case like this, knowing what they
What do you think?
Well, I was asking you.
What do you think? How many cases have you watched? How many cases have you seen a directed verdict where a judge is saying there's not a scintilla of evidence? And it's not just like some throwaway case. That was the count, right? That's why you're all here.
Yeah.
She stopped the arrest of the killers of Ahmaud Aubrey. That's a big case. And not a scintilla of evidence. What do you think? This is outrageous. This is unconscionable. The only thing that's good about this is you. Because you guys have the power to stop it. Because you guys really can connect to the community. I can't connect to anybody. Hey, 12 people, but it's you guys.
On a just procedural legal note, you establish jeopardy, right? So him tossing it means it's out. She's done. No more forever. No more indictments. Nothing.
Because the jury was seated?
Say again?
Because the jury was seated?
Exactly.
Sorry, can you explain
Jury
that?
was sworn.
Yeah. Could you explain that to a person who's not been to law school?
Very simple. So in Georgia, I'm not saying it's different in federal. In federal court, you have to bring it before trial.
Sure.
Under the rules. But in Georgia, the general demurrer means that you can admit to all the allegations in the indictment, in the county indictment, and it doesn't set forth a crime. So you can't be tried. You can raise that before trial. You can raise that during trial. You could even raise that after trial. Because it's a void indictment. What I looked at, I believed, now correctly, that there was no crime set forth. But if I raise that before trial, it's within the statute of limitations. You know what that is? You know what I'm talking about? So in prosecution, there's no jeopardy attached. So they can re-indict it. They can correct it and add something like, she stopped the arrest, unlawfully stopped the arrest of someone. That would be a violation of it. Because I noticed that, I waited for jeopardy to attach because there was another count. I had to try that other count anyway, so it didn't matter. The other count being the obstruction.
Why do you think they wouldn't bring the most current oath of office and reference that?
You have to ask Attorney General Carter. I couldn't explain.
And had they not put the date in there, had they not put 2010 in the indictment,
it still wasn't. So you put 2016. It didn't set forth a crime. It said that Jackie did not show dignity to the Ahmaud Aubrey family because she told the Attorney General some things. All of that is lawful. You can admit all of it. I didn't show dignity. Okay, that's not a violation of the both of us. And if it is, every single person who's a prosecutor should resign.
Yeah.
And so just to understand the jeopardy piece of it, because she was already in trial, so it would be considered double jeopardy.
Right, so now she is, the state is stuck. They can't re-indict the case.
Okay. Did all this read to you as sloppy or intentional?
You have to ask Attorney General.
I figured you would say that.
He's a good lawyer. Thank you, Mr.
All right, so that was a close up and personal. It was about 4 of us that was standing there, and we interviewed him right after the Jackie Johnson trial. There was it was 4 of us. It was myself, it was Shadi, it was a young lady that was down there with us, and then it was myself. Y'all heard me ask the question myself. But anyway, I have a fan up in here, y'all. Y'all see the fan? You see the fan up in here, y'all? I have a fan. I have a fan. But anyway, so that was basically it. I wanted to show you guys that interview. So the fan was not here when I asked Steele the question. The fan just said I didn't ask one question. That's what the fan just said. Oh, anyway, but that was basically it, y'all. That was it, basically it. Hey, bougie Pisces. All right, but not the fan. Yeah, the fan is in here, y'all. Y'all need to ask him how's the pricing of his transcript. You know, since he wanted to take the shine on the transcript reading, how's that going? How's that going for him? Is that working well for him? These people try to beat me. How's that working for you? How's that working for you, sir? I'll let you have it. How's that working for you? Try to discredit me and my whole thing now. Let's see, how is he doing? How's he doing with his transcript reading? Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Look what he's doing. No thanks. I'll pass. I'll pass. Now he's asking me for money. He wants me to give him $6,000 and he'll share it with me. No thanks. I moved on. Moved on. You can have it. You can have it. I moved on since you sabotaged that for me. So we good over here. We move on. We got other things, better things to do. I realized my commute, man, is so long. Oh my God, my commute. I'm convinced that the haters you have are miserable in their daily life. You know what, Clifton? Let me tell you something. Clifton, one of the wonderful bloggers, trial, I don't know what she is, but they went into her chat trying to scandalize and jack up my name. Jack up my name. They go from platform to just, and you know, I don't even go into anybody's platform to try to scandalize nobody's name because I'm just doing my own thing. Minding my own business, stay in my own lane. That's it. Stay in my own lane, but they stay in my bushes. They stay. I believe whatever God has for you is for you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to fight. You just do what you best, the best that you can do, and keep moving. All I can do is be me. But you see, look at him in here. You look what he in here. Look at what he's in here doing. First thing he does is come in with the negativity. Talking about he didn't see not one question from me, not one interview. I come in here to greet my folks because I've been sleeping almost all day, and then he comes in here harassing. There nothing better to do in his life. Nothing better to do. I have never been in his channel to harass him. You have never seen me type in his channel of anything he's doing because I don't care. I don't care. I'm not interested in him. I'm not at all. You said Toya said Westmoreland sued baby. That is 2001 case. Today is 2025. Why are we dealing with the past? That woman was 19 years old at the time. Why are we dealing with the past? Why even bring that up? What's the purpose of bringing that up? What's the purpose of bringing that up? Does that change who she is as a lawyer? Does that make her less qualified as a lawyer? I guarantee you Diddy did his homework. His team already did his homework. I guarantee you Diddy did his homework. Toy, there's no facts of whether or not she was SA. That's why they're on trial now. There's no facts of SAs. There's a facts about bad relationship. There's no facts of it. That's why there's a trial going on. There has nothing been proven. He's considered innocent until proven guilty. But that's not my job. I'm not a juror. I'm not a judge. I'm just a content creator. Hey, Miss Waller. Miss Waller, did you get your ride? Let me speak to the folks in the chat. Let me say hello to my peeps. Okay, Miss Renee said, tip. Whenever you hear objection, they call a number, write it down. Place an O or S next to a short hand is your best friend. State Diddy team. Huh? Huh? The second element is poorly written if it says that. That's subjective. Huh? I'm lost. Hey, Carol. Why do you... I think Sylvia was out of town. I was. I just got back home. I got back home this morning at about... My flight came in like 11 something. Yeah, I was out of town. But I am back, and I'll go back Sunday. I go back to court on Sunday. I'll be back in New York. I'll be back in New York. Okay, I went all the way up to see what you guys were saying, and I wasn't privy to the conversation. Now look at this. Look at this. Look, this individual goes and say, "Why are you running someone else's interview? Where's yours?" That it was my interview. It was 4 of us. Must you know, it was 4 of us out there asking Mr. Steele questions. It's not somebody else's interview. It was 4 of us that was doing the interview. It was 4 of us asking questions. In fact, that is such a short part of it. There's other parts of that interview. I don't even know why I'm explaining anything to this individual. Oh, Lord. I am trying to rise above the nonsense. They're running around from platform to platform to scandalize my name and to cause havoc. Why don't you get out with my disgusting noise on my own channel? Why are you in here? My question is, sir, why are you in here? You already are a witness for somebody that has a case against me. Why are you in here? Why are you harassing me? Why are you bothering me? Why? I need to know that. I need you to answer that question. Why are you in here bothering me? Don't you know you are a witness for somebody whose case is against me? Why are you in here? But I'm saying I don't understand it. Why are you? And you don't even have to type. You can just stay in the bushes. You don't have to type. Why are you here bothering me? This is so weird. This is the weirdest thing. Everything I do, I could type something up and he goes on X and puts stuff in. Dude, do you want me to show the paperwork? You want me to show the paperwork that you're a witness, that you talked to the detective? You want me to show the paperwork? Don't play with me. Don't come in here and play with me. You are a witness. You're the number 1 witness. Thank you. Hold on, let me get the paperwork. So since he want to get in here and lie, hold on, let me show y'all the paperwork. Hold on. Well, he is the witness. Y'all, I gotta wait because I gotta redact it because it has his personal information in there. When I redact it, I will bring it up, okay? Because if I put it up now, then he'll be like, "Oh, she showed my phone number. She showed this. She showed that." I'll redact it and I'll show it to you guys. I'll do a special live on it, the witness of a person that's against me, and he's the main witness, y'all. He's the star witness. The star witness. He did a statement. Sure did. And now he's in here harassing me. Hey, Rap. Hey, honey. I see you No, I see you Monday. I see you Monday. This is the Real Rap Show. Y'all, I mean, I met some wonderful men. Wonderful men. You know, some men... But Rap is one of the wonderful men that I met. One of the wonderful men. This individual here went on a smear campaign last year. This one right here, smear campaign, had his live to prepare for my arrest. This individual, that one right there, part of this whole gang, stalking gang. That individual, stalking gang. Stalking gang. Want to sit up in my live and lie and say he's not a witness for anybody. Sad. Documents. I have the documents, y'all. What Renee said? Oh, Miss Renee says, I need head to the Big Apple. It's a lot of throwbacks downstream. Yeah, I'll see you then. Oh, no, you are amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. I am so glad there are some great, decent men still out there in this world. Never gave up on humanity of men, the humanity of men. But characters like this one, makes it discouraging for men. This one character right here. This character right here. That character right there. That character. Renee, I'm telling you, there's some character that makes you just like, but it's not the whole species of men. There's some weird women out there too. This one here, this is one hating individual right there. He claimed he's been into this in this industry so long, but he act like he's a baby in the industry. He act like a little child, a little pouting child. Pouting child. But he's not a child, he's a senior citizen. Cara, I don't even know why he's in here. And then look, he talking about silence, and it could be used against me. Look at this. This sounds like a threat to me, y'all. Sounds like a threat. Sound like a threat. It is 11:44 at night. I'm on my own personal live, but he is in here harassing me. Nikki, it's weird. I don't know. It's just so weird. He is in here harassing me. He'll do a live on me, him and his people. They'll do a live on me. He'll spend hours. He knows when he does lives on me, he gets numbers. He even admitted that I bring him numbers. He admitted that. So that's why he's not seen. He is a senior citizen. He older than me. And I'm very close to senior citizen. So if I'm close to senior citizen, he got to be senior citizen. He's in his 60s. He's in his 60s. Is there a way you can turn back people money from let them go to your content? May the Lord our judge and decide between us. May he consider my cause and uphold it. May he vindicate me by delivering me from your hands. 1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 15, NIV. Amen. Amen, Renee. Amen. But anyway, guys, I came back home to take care of some stuff, and then I'll be back in New York because I'll be there for a while. So I had to take care of some stuff, home stuff. I gotta make sure I bring my laptop and stuff like that. My trip was pretty good. My experience was very smooth as far as the my travel and stuff. I told you about the disrespectful cat, right? The disrespectful cat had me pack my bags and go elsewhere. Did I stop packing? Let me tell you what I did. I left all my clothes that I bought. I left it there with my sister at my sister's house because I'll be back, and then I'm gonna bring more clothes. I made sure I didn't take Frontier. I made sure I took an airline where I could bring check-in stuff, and they don't start charge me here, charge me there for all that. So my favorite airline is Delta. That's who I really, really fly all the time. But when, stuff like this, when I'm just doing it for work and stuff, I fly, Frontier was the first time I ever flown Frontier. I have done Spirit in the past, and I said no to Spirit. And so I said, let me try Frontier. Experience was a little rocky because of the flight was delayed. It was not Frontier's fault because it was bad weather, but I'm still a Delta girl. May good things your sister was behind the bus. Oh yeah, you were there? You were there. We had some hiccup because the bus driver didn't know. He didn't even tell me when to stop, and I was, you were there. 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 She was right behind me. Yes, I got to make my checklist because the days start flying by. Love, I'm telling you, I had that one experience in Chicago with Spirit, and I said never again. And those people are always fighting. When you watch them, they're always fighting. Oh, they're always fighting. You was there, lady, plainly. But my sister was right behind us. Oh, my face is hurting. My sinuses are starting to bother me. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Gotta blow my nose. I got me walking around here like Sanford's son. I came home for a lot of different things. I came home to deal with Ruth's situation. I came home to have a doctor's appointment. I came home to get my meds, because I got a refill on my meds, my Ozempic and my other diabetic medicine. And so I had to get that stuff because I was going to be gone from home for a while. So I had to, get stuff done. Hey, Renat. Hey, folks. I'm catching up. It's good to see you safe home. Yeah. You see, Kara? You see it, right? Kara, you see it, right? You see how you see it. Oh. You see it. Mm, mm, mm. I ignored you. I didn't ignore you. Steen, I didn't see it. What'd you send me? Then, as you know, you fly your own plane with your logo on it into a private landing pad at your bio hotel. We've seen it on your fancy real hotel. Yeah, we got. You know how I got in, right, love? We won't mention. I don't look. Let me tell you. I think it's gonna be a touch and go and get inside that courtroom. Only person I think that's gonna actually get in there all the time is people like in the city, because they're the in-house court reporter in the city, because he gets to have his phone. It's only 5 of them that get to have their phone. It doesn't even make sense to even have a press pass, because it seemed like everybody had a press pass. I didn't have one, but they all had press pass. I'm like, well, I have a press pass. You're still in the same position that somebody that don't have a press pass, right? The public get to get in, and a certain amount of press people, right? It's first come, first serve, okay? Now, here's the key. You can get in the second half if you get online first after lunch. You can get in, right? This dude is a damn liar. Oh my God, this dude lies. He was not in the courtroom at all. Oh my God. This dude just lied. Okay, what floor were they on? What floor was they on? Tell me, what floor was Diddy on? What floor was Diddy on? If you were in there. What floor was he on? Tell me, what floor was he on? No, don't remove him. What floor was he on? What floor was he on, liar? What floor was Diddy on? If you were in the courtroom. What floor was he on? What floor was the courtroom in? What floor? Come on, tell me where it was at, because only people that was there know what courtroom it was in. Because I heard him tell a lie on his live, and I'm like, he wasn't in that courtroom. What is he talking about? Well, Diddy was not on that floor that you said. And okay, where did we have to stand to go upstairs? Where did we have to stand to go upstairs? Where were we at? I want to know. Tell me. Where did we have to stand to go upstairs? And how did we go upstairs? No, where? There's a specific spot we had to stand. Where? He gonna go generalize, say lobby. That's so stupid. Where did we stand? Where did we stand? He still didn't give me the floor that Diddy was at. Where did we have to stand? What happens? When you walk into that courtroom, what happens? Because I didn't tell people what happened. I was about to tell y'all, but what happened? Who was online with us? How many people was online? What time did you have to get there to be inside the first courtroom? And where was the first courtroom at? He still hasn't answered it. And the reason why they didn't, you don't know exactly because the deputies didn't want people to go to that courtroom so people couldn't slip up there. So you had to go in there. Let me shut up. Go ahead. Tell me it. Tell me it. Go ahead. Tell me. He has to check with. That's who he has. He has to check with law and crime and TMZ. Yeah, they'll tell him. You see, he's not answering the question. What was the steps? What happened? Only people that was in there knows how. Where were we? Where was the overflow? What room was the overflow? Where's the cafeteria? Who was in the cafeteria? Come on, answer the question. Only people that was there knows exactly what we had to do. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me what floor was Diddy in? What floor? And it's not the floor that was published in the thing, because it changed it. It was 2 different rooms. And what room was the juror sitting in? What room was the juror sitting in? And what floor? 3 different courtrooms was used. Now you tell me all 3 of them. Tell me now. If you were in there. Tell me. That's a damn lie. Look at this. Look at it. He just lied, y'all. He just lied. He just lied. He just lied. Only thing he got right, he was right about the jurors was 26A. The jurors were in 26A. So, but Diddy was not in that room that he's lying about. See, he's making up stuff. What's the overflow room then? What's the overflow room? What's the overflow room? How many people did they let in? Who was in there? Because me and that the lady from Breakfast Club was in the same room at one point, and then both of us got in, and I left because I thought I was going to get in trouble. Because they asked me, were you in the main room? I said, yes. And they don't tell you at the main room. They just take you there. You know what? I'm not going to tell him, Bless. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him because he wasn't there. He's trying to figure it out. Hey, you know the truth, Rap Show. You know the truth. You were the Rap Show. He sit there lying and don't even. But he lied about the transcript. What happened to the free transcript, sir? You said that I was lying about how much the transcript costs, but then on your live, you go and tell them how, because I slipped in there yesterday. You had difficulty trying to read the transcript, and you complained about the cost of the transcript, but you said you got it free. You can give it away for free. Didn't you not say that? You're giving it away for free. What happened? What happened? Your lies caught up with you? He said it was free. He had people coming at me. If you go back to the this is what he said. People emailing me saying they didn't get their money back for donation for the transcript. That's what he said. People hey y'all, which one of y'all emailed him and told him that y'all didn't get your money back for the transcript? There was only one person that donated to that thing. And when I shut it down, those people should send the money back to them because I didn't get the money. Only one person donated after he. Anybody have that his post? Anybody have the post that he put up? Let me see the post. Because he blocked me from his thing. But I know you guys had sent it to me. Could y'all email me that post that he put up? Send me that post he put up. Send that post he put up. You still didn't answer what we had to do when we get ready to go to the courtrooms. You didn't tell me what we had to do. What happens, and how many people they were letting up at a time. You didn't tell them. You didn't tell them. How many people did they let up in the elevator at a time? Where did they send the jurors to? The first part. Tell me. You were there. Tell me where they send the jurors to. Tell me the whole process. You said you were there. What happened? He left the room, y'all? Did he leave? He's hiding now? Did he leave? Alethea says he's stuck between floors. Why didn't he go and talk to Steele? I don't know. Is the courtroom big? You know what it kind of remind me? I wish I had a picture of it. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you what the courtroom looked like. Oh, should I say it, what it looked like? Because then he'll start acting like he knows what the courtroom looked like. Okay, I'm going to just close your eyes. Imagine the, like the furnitures are really dark oak, right? And it looks like, let me see. Let me. I'm trying to picture it for you guys. You said no. Somebody said no. I can't tell you. Sorry, my bad. Tall Glass said not to say anything. She said no. Okay. But it's not as big as, well, let me see. If one sea of but the courtroom is made differently. I'm sorry, the courtroom is made differently from the state court in Georgia. It's totally different. It's the feel of the courtroom in the federal courtroom there. It's really like ritzy. You could tell it's like old school type of thing. You know what I mean? The building is freaking old to me. I know that building's older than me, but it has some sort of character to it. It kind of reminds you of a real like, yes. I'm trying to give you imaginary, but I can't say the words. Just think of like the European structure of a courtroom. That's what I'll say. The European structure of a courtroom. That's what it kind of reminds you of. Very, like, I'm trying to find a way. I wish I could show you a picture, but I can't. Yeah, I do have insect, but it's kind of, it's nothing like, I see the 1C of Fulton County courtroom being like play, and the other one is serious big stuff. Yeah, Law and Order type of setting. Yeah, like very professional, very like smart, and very like suit and tie type of environment, I would say. Very aristocratic. Yes, like that. Yes. Very white collar. Yes. And everything, the ceilings are really, really tall. It looks like it got money in there. You get what I'm saying? Looks like money. Old money. Sterile. Yes. Y'all got it. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Sterile. Like, you could, I know. Where you walk in, you like, okay, I can't touch the furniture type of thing. Like in European, like you go into the Queen's palace and you can't touch the furniture type of feeling. It's that kind of feeling. When you walk in, you gotta walk a straight line. That kind of feeling. Now, if you walk into the 1C of Fulton County, you go in there and be play. Don't tell him, okay, I'm done now. Yeah. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Everything's structured. I think they got things structured. Even when you go inside the building. I can't. When we finish this, I'll tell y'all. I'll tell you details. But it's a little bit different from the Chicago one. It's kind of weird. The Chicago one was more relaxed. No, but they were strict there too. They were strict in Chicago. Definitely, there was no Candy Crush playing in that courtroom. No, they're very mannerable, right? I would tell you, Brunswick runs close to them. Remember I was telling you how the courtroom in Brunswick was, how nice the deputies were, the marshals and stuff, and how professional they were? Deborah. Old money type of attitude. Yes, that's what it is. Old money. Very, like, snob. You know what I mean, right? And the funny thing is, I saw some jurors coming in there with shorts and t-shirts. I'm like, You don't look like you belong in this environment. And I'm not judging folks, but I'm just saying, just suit and tie and, yeah. I saw one juror, y'all. One juror had, she had on like a netted see-through type of top, and it was like mid-high, her belly was out. I was like, ooh, I know they're probably gonna send her home. I was like, why would you come in there dressed like that? Yeah, they were trying to get out. Yeah, I believe so. The way she was dressed. I believe she was trying to get out. He said, check my phone. Check my phone. Okay. Check my phone. Check my phone. Check my phone. Oh my God! No! No! Look what somebody just sent me. Excuse me. You're making me cough. Did y'all see what they just sent me? He got an AI. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Did y'all see this? I'm not a friend of his on X because I got him blocked and he got me blocked. Oh my goodness. Look at the AI, y'all. Oh God. Oh, y'all just gave me an instant headache. Oh my God. For real. Lord have mercy. King of AI. It says live from New York at Diddy's trial. Hashtag Diddy's trial. This dude is a lying individual. Look at this, y'all. Look. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Y'all, I need to go lay down. On that note, I need to go lay down. I'm not going in a hotel. I'm staying at my sister's house, so he ain't slipping in my hotel room. He's not slipping in my hotel room. Look, y'all, I told y'all what happened with the Chicago case, right? My Airbnb. Did y'all hear about that story? Y'all hear about that story? Y'all want to hear about that story? He mad because he had to stay on the air. Oh, sorry, taking off my clothes. I was trying to take off my sweater because it's gotten hot in here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. When I was covering the R. Kelly case in Chicago, my folks covered my expenses, and I got an Airbnb for 30 days, right? And I had to go to court. The same individual that supposedly got me in court now, I had to go to court because I was trying to get a TPO put out on them individual, right? And I had to cut my time short at the Airbnb. Well, this individual here that's in the chat asked me, can he stay in my Airbnb, because I had to leave early because I wasn't gonna get a refund because it's whatever you don't use, you lose regardless, right? So he asked me to stay, and I got proof of it. I got text messages and all that. I got proof of it. So he asked to stay in my Airbnb, but before I left, he came the day before, and so we could switch off, so I can go ahead on and go to the airport, and he can stay at the Airbnb and not have anything fake. So I don't know. He didn't give me any money off it, but I wasn't going to get any money back because Airbnb wasn't going to give me a refund. So I was being a friend since he didn't have a place to stay. So he asked me, can he stay at the Airbnb? So the day before, that same day, it was like right before I left, there was one day he stayed there with me. So the Airbnb is a 1-bedroom Airbnb, right? And so he ended up having to sleep on the air mattress, y'all. He slept in the air mattress in the same Airbnb that I was in. And then I left. I left that same day. Nothing happened because I'm not interested in him. He didn't try anything either because he knew I would have jacked him up. So he stayed in that Airbnb from the 12th all the way to the 15th. Stayed in that Airbnb, and I came back home on the 12th because I had to go to court on the 14th in September. So that's what happened, y'all. Ever since he stayed in that Airbnb, he's been infatuated with me. Yep. So that's the God honest truth. There is some history with this dude. That's where the obsessions came from. Yep. He didn't pay for anything for that Airbnb. But he stayed there after I left. It was a switch off type of thing. He looked like he peeped through the doors. But that's what happened, y'all. That's what happened. Okay, so he said, I asked a question last week whether someone was running a scam regarding the Diddy trial coverage. As a result, that individual attributed the shutdown of their fundraiser efforts to me. I simply asked a question, but now I'm getting email that people haven't received a return funds. You can't make this stuff up. And this dude just has this obsession with me. Is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You should see how many folks he has in his corner. He runs all kinds of stories about me. Folks hate me anyway, but I don't care. I could tell more of the truth of what happened too, but I can't. I'm not gonna. But let me tell you, I never touched the dude, never kissed him, never. He's not my type at all. Not my type at all. Not my type. Not interested at all. You say I would quit? Yeah, well, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. No, I'm not, and I'm not a type of person to say stuff bad about people at all. I'm not that type of person. Not that type of person. Well, sir, there was only one person that donated via donation link. They have not requested anything back, so stop all of this. Yeah, it's only one person. Only one person that did donate on that hold on a second. This is the only person that donated to the crowd fund. That spot fund. This is LAC is the only person that donated. She or he donated $60. That's the only donation that ever came into that. The only donation. And that channel has been shut down. See? It's deactivated. Request a payout. That's the only one right there. I have not. Let me see. I don't even know how to refund this person. And I disabled it. Y'all see this? Hold on a second. Let me show you. Well, let me show y'all. Y'all see it right there? That's the only person. Let me go in here and show y'all something. Hold on. So for him to say that they didn't, this is it right here. See right there, one person, one individual. That's $60 right there. Nothing was paid out. See? And I did not request a payout. Maybe if I request a payout, let's see, request payout, see what happened. They charge you a fee. But I'm not going to request a payout until I hear from that individual. Then I'll request a payout and I give them back their money. He has not spoken since Rap Show laughed at his live. The Rap Show was at the court. He knows. Rap Show knows. Rap Show knows. And some other people know as well. Yeah, I gotta take my medicine too. I need to go ahead and take my allergy medicine. I wonder is my child asleep? I haven't even heard from her. Why are people worried about who donated to who? I see CC content creators collect all day, none of the chats asking where they're exactly. Are you done with this trial? With the trial? No, I just came home for the trial didn't even start yet. They're just doing jury selection. Hey, Questo, I'm doing fine. The trial starts Monday. The official opening statement starts Monday. Right now, they're doing jury selection. I came home because I had the roof situation to take care of. I had to take I have a doctor appointment to go to, and I have to get my meds, and then I'm going back. I had to take care of home, I mean, everything else Dallas will take care of here, but I had stuff to do. I have a doctor's appointment. That's why I had to come home too. And Ruth was getting out. So, and since I'm gonna be gone for 8 weeks, I'm gonna be gone for 8 weeks. I only got a one-way ticket because I don't know when the trial's gonna end. So last time when I did do a case, like when I did the case in Chicago, I did a round trip, and then I ended up having to leave early because of the trial situation I had to go to. And so now, instead of that, I just did a one-way ticket, and then I'll just do a one-way back once this trial is over with. And then I'm staying with my sister. I was staying with my mom until the cat got disrespectful, and so I had to change my dwelling. So now, my mom lived in Brooklyn, would have been like hop, skipping, and jump for me to get to the courthouse. Now I got to go all the way from Jersey, all the way to Manhattan. And y'all saw the way I went through trying to get my travel. My travel was tight. Tight. So I have to get up super, super early. And this whole transcript thing now, y'all, it ain't working. It ain't working the way I thought it was working. I had him, he sabotaged that. But then I realized too now that with all that traveling I was doing, it would have been too much on me trying to do the reenactment. So everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. So I am no longer collecting for the transcript, no longer collecting for that at all. Because it will, and I mean, eventually I'll get it. I'll get the transcript, but it's going to be most likely after the trial is over, because that's how much money I raised for that. We can afford it after the trial, because to get it right now is too much money. Too much money. I roughly raised about $400. Wasn't enough, and the lady wanted like $1,300 and something a week, and it was like, can't do that. It's not feasible. So, but I will get it once it hit Pacer, and it'll be cheaper on Pacer. And that's going to be probably after the trial. Then we'll get it. And we'll do reenactment then, if folks want me to do reenactment. But I still hold the money off to the side for that. Unless somebody says elsewhere, otherwise, there are people who said, Sylvia, use it for your expense while you're in New York. And I said, thank you. But those who didn't say that, I didn't touch that money. That's why I said just put transcript on there. So, because I don't want to hear nobody's mouth to you want your money back, you'll get it back with minus the fee that they charge already on Cash App. Because those lashes been gone, Renette. My lashes been gone. See, they've been, speaking of lashes, guess what Dallas is doing? Dallas is getting my lashes done for Mother's Day. I'm getting them done Friday. But you know what? Do lashes itch, y'all? Because it itches me. Do any of you guys have that problem? They don't itch you? It itches me. Well, I'm getting them done. Getting them done Friday. That's my Mother's Day gift to me from Dallas. Because, Mother's Day is Sunday, too. Don't forget, y'all, Mother's Day. Don't forget to take care of your mama. Well, I'll have lashes on. I'm going to look cute. If y'all think I'm talking kind of weird, there's something going on with my teeth back here, and it's making me talk funny. I know I already talk funny, but if y'all notice there's like a little weirdness in my speech, that's because it's like, I don't know if something stuck in my teeth, and I probably got to get a dental floss and get it out. But I just ate right before I got on this live, and I got to go brush my teeth and get this out of it because it's like irritating. It takes a lot to get used to. Yeah, but I'm gonna try it. But I mean, it's gonna be itching. Dallas wants me to get the lashes. Yeah. And I had the little strip that she put on that came off because they were itching. I was like, oh. Do anybody get lashes done all the time? You gotta sleep cute. How do you sleep cute? Yeah, do y'all like this hairstyle I got here? I think I'm gonna start keeping this hairstyle. Y'all like this? I like this hairstyle. I like it. 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 I like this. Every 2 weeks, yes, ma'am. Man. The black is still back here. I still got black right there. Yours lasts 3 weeks. I sleep cute. Well, by the time I get out of I'm a natural girl, y'all. I'm very natural. Yeah, individual. That's what I'm getting. Individual strips. The what? Where they get the where they put it on your lashes. That's what I'm supposed to be getting. I'm getting them Friday morning. How did I end up in Georgia? Oh, it's a long story. Okay, back in '93, I was working for the airline. I was working for British Airways, and I was dating a guy. He worked for the British Airways as well. We both worked together, right? He got a job as a mechanic for Delta Airline. That's why I love Delta. That's why I'm very impartial, whatever that word is, to Delta. That's why I have a love thing for Delta Airline. Well, his name is Robert. Robert got a job as an airline mechanic, and he got a job with Delta. So he had to move to Georgia, and we had a long distance relationship after he moved. We were dating when he was in New York, but then when he moved to Georgia, it was long distance, and I was traveling every weekend. It was not a weekend back and forth. We kept visiting and back and forth each other, visiting. And that went on for about a year of our relationship. And then the long distance got to be a little bit hard on our relationship. So we both met up in Colorado on our vacation, right? He broke up with me when we were in Colorado, right? Broke up with me. I remember I was at the hotel and I was crying. Oh, I was boo-hooing, y'all. I was boo-hooing, just crying that Robert broke up with me. We broke up in another city. So he went back to Georgia. I went back to New York. And then my job, my British Airways job ended. And I fell in love with Georgia, and I moved to Georgia. That's how I ended up in Georgia, because of Robert, meeting, him moving down there and me coming back and forth and visiting Georgia every weekend. And then it was like a place I was like, oh, I want to live there. Once I lost my job at British Airways, I moved to Georgia. So I tried to rekindle the relationship because when I moved to Georgia, I moved in with him for a minute. And it was just like toxic. It was like, oh, I got to get out of here. Because then he started dating someone, and I was here at his house temporarily, right? And it became very awkward because he would go out on his date with his girlfriend, and I'm sitting in his house, and because we were cool, but I was still trying to like, hey, maybe it could work out, but it didn't work out. So I ended up moving to Stone Mountain. He was in College Park. Moved to Stone Mountain. And ever since then, I have not seen Robert since back in '93. That's the last time I saw him. But I heard him on the radio one time. He had won some sort of tickets to some basketball game. But that's how I end up in Georgia, because of Robert Love. So I could thank him, and I can curse him for being here sometimes. But that's the story of me moving to Georgia. I would have never, because I was a New Yorker. I did not want to ever leave New York and blah, blah, blah. I'm getting individuals. I lived in Stone Mountain, but I hate Atlanta. Yeah, but you know, let me tell you, I have moved different states. Okay, let me tell you. When I first moved down here from New York, right? I moved to Tennessee. No. First I moved to California because I had gotten a job with disaster relief for SBA. I had moved to California. I lived in Sacramento, right? I lived in Sacramento. Couldn't stand Sacramento because they had an earthquake, and I got scared. I moved back to Georgia, right? Then I started working for Verizon. I moved to Tennessee. Lived in Tennessee for about 2 years. That's where Dallas was born. I got married in Tennessee. Moved to Tennessee. Dallas was born. And then I moved back to Georgia. I kept moving from Georgia, kept coming back, kept coming back. So, and then I got so used to being in Georgia. I think it's because the weather is not brutally cold, because I can't take the cold anymore. I don't like to be cold at all. I don't like to be cold at all. So that's why I keep coming back to Georgia, because I can still get the feel of the crisp cold. But I won't last too long. In Florida, I cannot do the heat all the time. So. Queen, you're talking about the lashes. Well, Friday I'm gonna go get my lashes done. And I'm gonna get it done. I like doing this, talking to you guys. I like these moments. These moments in time. Trevor, are you still in here? Is Trevor still in here? I think he might have left, because I think he went to work out this month. Because, it's morning over there in Uganda. It's morning here, too. It's 12:40. Y'all better go to bed. Y'all better go to bed. Y'all going to bed. Ma'am, go to sleep. Ma'am, go to sleep. Somebody need to go to bed. A couple of people need to go to bed in here. It is 12 o'clock, y'all. Oh. You washing dishes and cleaning the kitchen. But I didn't have to clean the kitchen because when I came home, Dallas had already cleaned up. Well, Dallas. Y'all already know how Dallas is. That's Miss OCD. Miss OCD. I do, but you have to watch the lash glue that's used irritate your skin. Nikki, that's probably what it is. I have so much like allergies to certain things, right? And it's probably the glue that itches my lashes all the time. But you know what? Let me just tell you something. I'm going to get them done. I can't promise y'all it's going to stay there too long. I can't promise y'all. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try because it be itching. I'm going to try. Don't scratch them off. I'm going to try. I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get them done. Y'all, I got this little paper cut here, and it's hurting my fingers. It feel like, you know, the smallest little cut be bothering your hand so bad. I don't know how I cut my fingers right there. Okay, I don't know how I cut it. See right there? I don't know how I cut it. It's a paper cut, and it hurts so bad. I got to put a Band-Aid on there somewhere. It hurts. You totally scratch them off. Yeah, I'm thirsty. Let me go get some water. Do y'all want to hear some music while I go get some water? Nikki, stop laughing. Y'all want to hear some music while I get some water? What song do y'all want to hear? What are my great songs do y'all want to hear? My body hurting. Oh, I'm telling y'all, when y'all get old, y'all start feeling all kinds of pain. All kinds of pain. I get up in the morning, I can't feel it. Like, y'all enjoy the youthness. Enjoy your young body, because let me tell you, when you get old, everything start hurting. It's just like, oh my God. It's like I just can't get my neck right. Every time I sleep, I think I was sleeping on the plane, and right here hurts right there. Hurts so bad. Gotta put some heat pad on it. How can we donate to a massage? I noticed that earlier you used the money for a massage. Will you use the money? Yeah, I would use the money for the massage. You know what? I will definitely use the money. I'll ask my sister where's a masseuse place. I need one because my neck is hurting so bad. My neck is hurting. I'm telling you guys, my body is hurting so freaking bad. Oh, I'm telling you, it's just like, ugh. It's like, you know what I need to start doing? I need to go to like stretching classes. Yeah, stretching classes. It's like, ugh. Now, I haven't slept in my bed in a little while. Yoga. I need to start doing yoga or something because I need to stretch. And it's the stiffness in the body, you know? Stiffness in your body. It's just like, ooh. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just real, okay? If you guys have a problem with me being real, I don't apologize, because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. This body hurts. It's just be hurting so much pain. And you know what, the other thing too, I did so much walking. I met all 10,000 steps the last couple of days of being in New York. I mean, when I get back from New York, I must be a real slim girl for real, y'all. Because here, I don't exercise as much. But in New York, all I did was walk, right? And I'm feeling it. On my leg, my thigh, everything was feeling it. Oh, but I need to stretch. Plant Lady said, I love you. We love you because you're real. I am. I'm like in pain, y'all. Oof. I gotta stretch. Ma'am, did you get your water? I'm gonna go get my water. Let me go get my water. Hold on, because I feel really parched. I feel thirsty. And I probably need to get a dental floss to get whatever back here is bothering my teeth too, so I can stop talking weird. It's just like, I'm gonna dental floss. I think that piece of chicken probably got stuck in my teeth. Get you some. I've been resting all day, blessed. I've been sleeping. I just woke up like 2 hours before when I got on here. I was asleep. Hold on, let me play the music for you guys. And then yeah. Let me go get the water. Hold on. Let me play the music. What song y'all want to hear? Let's listen to, let's see. What song do y'all want to listen to? Y'all want to hear Silverback? Oh, let's listen to Silverback.
Every step through the jungle haze, eyes like fire set in the trees ablaze. The king of the wild where shadows play, Silverback moves in his own fierce way.
I'm back, y'all. Did y'all go to sleep on me? We lost like about 50 people. Got my ice. Got my water. They say I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. I don't even drink. I don't drink at all. Some nights she see nothing. I type. I learned that there's no way she can see everyone. No, I can't see everyone. Sometimes it doesn't even fit in here. Uh-oh. That water feels so good. Woo! Ooh, this water feels so good. Woo! Nice water. It feels good too. Normally I drink room temperature water. That's what I usually do. But today I'm having that ice water. Ice, baby. Ooh. Am I making y'all feel like y'all want to drink some water? Ooh, this water feels so good going down. Lord have mercy, feels so good. Who is the lead attorney? Did I miss that part? What lead attorney? You drink more water because of me? Oh, this water feels so good. Hey, lady, lovely lady. This water feels so good. One thing about me, you're going to know that I am a water drinker. I am a water drinker. Water is the best thing for my body. See, we already finished one bottle, right? We're about to get to the second bottle in a minute. Ooh, that's some good water. Does Sean Combs have the same lead attorney? Yeah, he does. Yes. Yes, don't it feel so good? But most of the time I drink room temperature water most of the time. But there's some days I want that stuff to just like freeze the whole body. Now we're on our second bottle now. Hold on. No. Gio Greco, he's like the attorney that advises on jury selection, I think. That's what he does. That's the one they admonished today, remember? They said he hasn't reported as an attorney on there. The wife is on there. Ooh, this is so good. Yeah, that's his name. The name you just said, Mimi. That's the name of the yeah, the daughter. The daughter. I thought it was a wife, but you're right. It's the daughter that's on there. Okay, let's go into the list. Let's go look at the list. Hold on. We'll get it. We'll hold on. We're gonna get this together. Hold on. Let's go in here and see. We're gonna go here, right here. Okay. Okay, let's go here. Let me share it with you guys so y'all see who's on here. Hold on, let's share it. Let me share it with y'all. Hold on. Hold on. All right, here's the list of the attorney right here. All right. This is Alexandria Shapiro, right? She's on there. She's an attorney as noticed, right? Then you have this person here. All right. Then you have Greco is gone. He was terminated on February 24th. He's gone. You got Brian Steele, right? You have this guy, Jason. You got Mark Agafiro, whatever. He's the lead attorney right here. He's the lead attorney. You're right. You're right, Mimi. That's the lead attorney. Then you have Nicole Westmoreland right here. Then you have Tony. Oh, he is on there as a lead attorney as well. Okay, yeah, you were right. You're right. And then he has Mr. Robert Donaldson. Okay, David Donaldson, yeah. So y'all got it? Those are all the attorneys. Y'all got it now? Y'all got it? That's the daughter. The daughter. You're right. We have to educate ourselves up in here. And so they were complaining about him coming up in there. The father was up there doing advisory, and they were getting on him. So there we go. We got all the attorneys on here now, y'all. Okay. We got Xavier Robert Donaldson. That's that tall black guy. That tall black guy. Then you got Tenny. Is it Tenny or Tiny? Is it Tenny? Tenny? Girago. I don't know how to say people's name. But she works in the same office as this guy. The guy that's the head right here. They work in the same office. And then Westmoreland, she has her own office. Then we have Shapiro. Brian Steele. And Tony Greco is gone. He's gone. You never hear too much from her. I don't hear too much from her. What is attorney to be notified? Oh, that means any paperwork that goes out, those attorney has to be notified. They have to be all those attorneys have to be notified of anything that happens in the paperwork. Donaldson, no Robinson. Did I say Robinson? Did I mess up the man's name? I probably did. I apologize if I mess up the man's name. I don't know. Y'all right. Y'all should know me. I screw up stuff, okay? Y'all should know me by now. Yeah, each one has a specialty. Now, Nicole, let me tell you what Nicole's specialty is going to be. Nicole's specialty, I believe, would be combating the individuals the SA individuals. Like Cassie. I think she's going to be the one that goes with Cassie, I think. It's just me thinking now. That's just me thinking. Shapiro is also a good appeal attorney, a lawyer too. Lady Love. Lovely lady. I think Shapiro is also one. She's very good at it as well. It's just my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, don't matter. A hill of beans. That's why I think Nicole, because she can relate to somebody who has been SA, because she's been SA. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. My opinion. I don't know if my opinion is correct. I'm just giving my opinion, just like everybody has an opinion. Yeah, now I feel cold after I drink that cold water. They have 3 women on his team. 3. 4, right? That's 4 women. And 4 men. 4 women and 4 men. Let's go look at it again. Let's see. I think it's 4 women and 4 men. I think so. Let's see. You got 1 woman here. 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 4 women. Got 1 man here. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 5 men. 5. Yeah. 5 men. 4 women and 5 men. No, he's gone. Never mind, he's gone. So it's 4. I forgot. Rico's gone. Rico's gone. So it's 4 and 4, like I said. 4 and 4. 4 and 4. 4 and 4. So it's even. Let's get you to the spa before you have to leave again. Oh, you are so sweet, Renette. You are so sweet. Oh, Renette. Those folks gonna be having a fit, Renette. They're gonna have a fit. Y'all send me to the spa. They're gonna have a fit. They're gonna be like, she begging again. She begging to go to a spa. She's begging. She's always begging. Look at her. She gets on her slime and she begs all the time. She got her people paying for this. If you can't, this is the message I always get. Look, the message I always get is, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You and that, you have no cooks whatsoever that you got the nerve to ask your people. They got bills to pay just like you do. You shouldn't expect people to pay your bills. That's what they tell me, y'all. That's what they tell me. You should expect. I get text messages, not text. Yeah, I did get a text. I get a text, and then I have to block those people's number from my phone. I'm like, how did this person get my phone number? But then I was like, oh yeah, I put it out there in the front side. They be complaining all the time. All the time, y'all. Time after time. And let me tell you something. Let me get the record straight for those who want to talk crap, okay? My mama is the one that paid for my transportation back and forth to the courthouse the other day, okay? My sister fed me, all right? So all these people with all this kind of shenanigan and talking crap, my family took care of me this trip, okay? All these folks be like, oh, you getting it. Lord, do they know. You love Madison? Madison. Oh, Maddie, she told me. She says, Auntie, she says, you didn't bring me back the candy that you told me you was going to give me. I said, Maddie, I didn't go home yet. So when I get back to Jersey, I have to have Maddie's candy for her. She told me she wants the candy that I had. So I had some Charleston Chew, and I didn't give her any. So she wants me to have her some Charleston Chew. So before I get back to Jersey, I have to get her Charleston Chew. Remind me, y'all, get Maddie some Charleston chew. Because she wants her Charleston chew. And I'm going to get it from Georgia because I paid like $4.99 for one little Charleston chew thing. I'm like, these people crazy. And I get this for $1 down here. People are nuts. So I got to get Maddie her candy. Because trust me, she put my phone number inside her iPad. She will be calling me. They did not want me to leave. Her and Imani didn't want me to leave. They're like, don't go, stay. She was looking at Maddie's silly. She is so too much. Madison is too much. That mean teacher. Oh yeah, she was mean. She was mean. That's my familia. All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Yeah, I'm up, but I'm gonna go to bed because I don't want to throw my sleep up. And there's I have to take care of some business tomorrow. So by the time I gotta pick up my medicine because Walmart sent me a thing saying it's ready. Pick up my medicine. Gotta go. I have my doctor's appointment on Saturday, and what else I have to do? I have to do something. I have to go down to the court to go look up some stuff. Yeah, pack Mimi. You know I will have to. You and I will pack your bag. Me. Yeah, I have to pack. Oh my God, they're already getting on me. Oh my God, I gotta figure out where I put the battery pack, and I gotta charge that guy's battery too. Yeah, I gotta charge that guy's battery. Hold on a second. I gotta charge his battery so when it comes back Monday, when he gets it, he'll have it. Yeah. Okay. Gotta go. I gotta pack my bag. I'm gonna be on live with you guys tomorrow. We're gonna have I know not. Mimi and Steen, get to the back right now because I got some bones to pick with y'all too. Get to the back right now. All right, good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me. We laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars in check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and check, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night.